What is up, fellow benchwarmers? Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Benchwarmers, and I am one of your hosts, JJT. Kasama si Pamish. Pamish,
Yes, guys.
continuation ng ating depth chart analysis. Pero before that, 6 leagues final na. Yung first 6 leagues natin, finalized na lahat, accounted na and paid for. So right now, we're finalizing the Castaway League. Waiting for payment, ng buy-ins, and then yung Roto League natin, pinupulong natin. So we have 8 participants sa Roto. So we need 6 more. Doon sa mga sumali ng head-to-head, pwede rin kayo sumali ng Roto. Kasi hindi naman mataas ang demand sa Roto. For some reason, wala talaga masyadong may gusto sa Roto.
Medyo kasi ang Roto medyo slow pace and long game. It's parang marathon and yan. Sa Olympics, kumbaga, marathon or the 100-meter run. Parang ganun yung difference.
Tsaka parang wala yung big excitement di ba? Na nakasanayan natin sa head-to-head.
Pero may mga taong for Roto talaga because they want the planning, yung parang may strategies involved, slowly but surely, di ba? Long-term planning. So medyo may mga ganung may mga ganung managers.
Kaya na rin natin tinuloy yung Roto League kasi sayang it's another way to introduce that type of gameplay kumbaga sa mga usual sa mga fantasy managers kasi nasanay nga with the head-to-head, diba? Marami talaga head-to-head ang gusto.
Yes. So, and Roto kasi for managers kasi it's better in a sense na it removes a little of the luck factor. Medyo deserving usually talaga yung nananalo.
Kasi we can share yung nangyari sa atin last year, di ba? Parang feeling natin sobrang malas na natin nun. Kasi the injuries, di ba? The injuries we had, daming injuries na na-experience.
But you can recover kasi. Sa Roto, you can recover. You can
kasi
adjust.
The total number of games, patas lang kayo lahat
Yes. Patas kayo and it's not, hindi yung paramihan ng games Hindi siya yung parang mindless na parang quantity over quality. You have to really research. So, kumbaga, as long as you work hard, you adjust properly, may chance. I'm not saying injuries do not matter in Roto. They matter also. Pero, in a way, at least you can have more chances to recover.
Yeah, if na-injure yung first round pick mo, malaking impact pero that doesn't
malaki pa rin.
That doesn't mean na out ka na. Sa head kasi may ganung level, may parang ganung sense na parang pag natalo, lalo na if your team is built a certain way. 'Di ba? Kunyari, one field goal ka or free throws for example. So tapos yung star player mo nawala pa, most likely star player mo counting stats malakas yan. So that's yung free throw minus na yun plus all the counting stats na kaya contribute ng player mo. Medyo alanganin ka na. Like sa Roto, pwede mong i-compensate yung ganong loss. Diba? Smart play on the players yung lalaruin mo on that. So yun, that's the Roto League hopefully this week or by the weekend tapos na and then we'll move on to the lottery of the different leagues. So exciting, we have 10 leagues. Hindi pa namin in-announce yung 2 leagues. Actually, puno na rin naman yung 2 leagues. It's a special league naman, yung Champions League, and may isa pang league that we will announce soon. Alright, so let's move on to the depth chart ng, ano ba tayo ngayon? Central Division sa West. So hopefully, we end on a more exciting note unlike the last time. Central, unlike the Spurs. Central is Chicago. We have Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Indiana, and the Bucks, the world champion Bucks. Let's start with the Chicago Bulls. Alphabetical na lang, Chicago Bulls.
Palakihan natin konti yung screen para sa mga viewers.
Teka. Zoom. Isa pa.
Yeah. Chicago, okay. Let's start with Chicago. And Chicago probably yung pinaka-interesting, yung pinaka-malaking pagbabago sa NBA.
Oo, daming moves
one of the biggest turnover na team. So, starting five. Anong starting five projection natin?
Hindi syempre, Lonzo, sure, makes the starting five, diba? Zach LaVine, sure na yan, DeMar, Patrick Williams, Vucevic. Actually, hindi ako sure kay Patrick Williams if they'll play him sa starting or they'll make him off the bench. Pero possible na Patrick Williams starts kasi wala sila on the power forward eh.
I think it's Patrick Williams. Lauri Markkanen could have been a starter for this team, pero since he was traded already, clearly it's Patrick Williams. Right now, only possible na hindi si Patrick Williams is Derrick Jones. Pero given the starting five na nakita natin dito, which is Lonzo, Zach, DeMar, medyo maliit eh. Medyo maliit yung
actually,
lineup.
Overall, maliit sila.
Yes, medyo maliit. So, adding Derrick Jones as a starting power forward, medyo not, I think it won't happen in a regular season. They'll probably go for a little more height. So, I think it's Patrick Williams. So, since kay Patrick Williams na rin tayo, we can talk about whether he's worth a shot. We talked about him before, di ba?
Yeah, actually, he is one of your favorite picks to be one of the sleepers for this year, sabi mo.
Yes. And pero Patrick Williams more of siguro na sa lower gamble pick. Yung mga pinag-usapan natin the last few rounds, if you're gonna gamble. Kasi minsan people are gambling for rookies eh. As we said, sometimes don't forget about sophomores like Patrick Williams, which is also sometimes even better than a rookie. Diba? Even better than a rookie. So I think si Patrick Williams
nababanggit natin lagi is sophomores usually malaki yung ano nila, yung improvement nila or development nila from the first year to the second year.
Yes.
Kasi nga they have 1 year of experience already, and that 1 year experience medyo big deal yon for rookie or second year players. Malaking ano na yon, step na yon towards improving.
Okay, tama yon. And looking at this depth chart naman, let's go for the top tier muna. Si Vucevic at saka si LaVine. Ikaw,
Vucevic and LaVine, second round value, di ba, last year, ended up around close to Vucevic, second round value a little below siguro the first round lang.
Actually, Vucevic medyo
first round yata siya.
Medyo first round siya eh. Matagal siyang first round. It's just that na-trade siya to Chicago, nawala yung momentum a little bit.
Yeah.
Medyo naiba yung system, so medyo nagbago. Pero when he was in Orlando, he was a first round value eh. So that yung tatanungin ko sa iyo eh, I don't see him in any of the top 14 picks ng mga tao. Very rare.
Rare. I think still one of the more underrated when it comes to fantasy. People don't see him as a first round player, baka sa second round. Second round value player. Hindi ko alam if he goes. Ang hindi ako sure this year is if he can keep that second round value over other centers in the second round.
He can. He can be kung second round lang pag-uusapan, which is 14 to 27. Easily.
Sino ba mga centers doon?
Well, if you consider Zion, Bam Adebayo.
Bam.
You have Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is there also.
Rudy Gobert has medyo bumagsak na in terms of value.
Pero nandun siya sa range na yun. Maybe Myles Turner, some people will pick him also in that range.
I think Bam is the closest Napag-usapan natin si Bam.
Yes.
So Vucevic ka pa rin over Bam.
Right now, I'm okay with any of the two. Depends sa build mo eh. Si Bam kasi is more of...
sige, go.
Si Bam kasi is better for all-around value. Medyo punt points ka kay Bam eh. If you start with Bam Adebayo, medyo punt points ka doon. Kasi medyo... Or you have to supplement him with scorers after picking him. Si Vucevic naman, more of less defense, rebound, scoring, 3-pointers for a big man. So yung mga tipong punt field goal kind of build. Pwede si Vuce kasi kung nagpa-punt field goal ka, you would need a big na can give you other
perfect,
stats.
Kasi threes. May threes rin si Vucevic.
So yung punt field goal actually very good for players like Vucevic or bigs that can shoot free throw well, that can give you 3-pointers and also actually give you blocks, which Vucevic can. So si Vucevic medyo for those kinds of deal. Pero even if hindi ka nagpa-punt field goal, magandang pick si Vucevic if you get him in the right range. Let's say bumaba siya to the 18th, 19th, 20th. Mas gusto ko pa nga siya than, let's say, but this could be controversial, but let's say Zion. I like Vucevic kasi when you pick Vucevic at that range, parang hindi mo kailangan mag-punt ng anything pa talaga. Hindi ka talaga mag-commit na magpa-punt kasi he's very efficient player.
Yeah. Pero yun nga, last year, I think if I remember correctly, Vucevic towards the finals part ng fantasy, medyo nagkalat ng konti in terms of I think doon yung naging problem niya with moving to Chicago. Medyo hindi niya na-establish yung sarili niya as a consistent good field goal scorer doon sa Chicago.
Yan yung tatanong ko sa'yo kasi we're talking about the top tier. So it's Zion and him. Zion, si Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine and him.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine, ikaw ba, where do you see him? Do you see him higher than Vooch? Or is he the second best bull na lang ngayon in fantasy terms?
Ako, I value Vooch a little more than Zach LaVine siguro. Kasi centers are there. Yun nga, like we said, centers, top tier centers, marami yan. Pero nasa top tier talaga sila. As in, you have the Myles Turner, you have the Bam, Vooch, sino pa yung mga centers siya si Gobert, yan. Yung mga sa top level sila, first 3 rounds usually tapos na yung mga yan. And then after that, in the middle rounds, wala masyadong good centers. Yun yung challenge.
Yes.
So,
that's correct.
And yung mga LaVine siguro, mas maraming players that you can pick in the mid rounds. So I still go with Vucevic over. I still can't, hindi ko pa rin matanggap picking a player like LaVine in the second round.
Dati pwede. Last year, he was actually very, very good.
Pero even last year, he was probably picked mga late second to third, mostly third round.
Yeah, and he outperformed that.
Yeah, he outperformed that value.
So this year, I don't think na, of course, malalim yung Bulls this year. For one, I think LaVine is one of the losers nitong mga pagpasok ni Lonzo and DeMar because yung assist niya last year was actually very very career high. So ngayon, I don't believe he can do that again. Scoring, well, DeRozan is there, but I think his scoring niya can hold. The scoring can hold. The threes can hold. Pero yung assists, I think that would be a big would be hit with that. Scoring might be a little lower. Kaya for me, second round pwede, pero definitely hindi siya dapat mauna kila Beal, kila Paul George.
Yeah. Okay, Paul George, later na natin pag-usapan, pero Paul George, mock drafts usually really drop. Hindi ko maintindihan why dropping pero anyway, that's the Clippers part.
Pero yun nga, they should be higher. LaVine, I don't think, kasi usually nilalagay siya sa tier nila George, Beal. I think he's a little lower.
LaVine is in the tier nila, Donovan,
yes. Donovan Mitchell. That's correct.
Sino pa ba yung mga nasa level niya?
Maybe the Aaron Fox. I could say that the Aaron Fox range also, maybe in those ranges siya.
Booker, yan, mga Booker. Booker a little higher siguro, pero I think
ako Booker is lower. I have Booker lower. I have Booker lower than those players. Kung tier-wise ang pag-usapan. LaVine for me still better than Booker. Pero not as good as last year. Yun lang yung natin kay LaVine.
So, speaking of new addition, so DeMar and Lonzo, siguro these are the two players na talagang make or kumbaga the value nila might change drastically for them.
Okay.
Siguro Lonzo hindi masyado, but DeMar I feel baka siya yung pinaka-affected here.
Probably, pero you have to look at this depth chart kasi depth chart naman pinag-uusapan natin.
Yeah.
Medyo look at the players behind them. Kobe White is injured, by the way. We talked about that nung maaga pa yung injury niya, shoulder or something. Hindi siya ready for the start of the season. So alisin muna natin yan. So Alex Caruso would be getting a lot of minutes, definitely off the bench. Pero outside of Alex Caruso,
wala na eh.
Javonte Green.
Matt Thomas siguro.
I doubt it also. Maybe Ayo Dosonmu is a
Actually,
is a
if tinignan mo, no, parang with all the moves that Chicago made,
walang bench.
Sucks.
Walang bench. Kaya actually yung Lonzo, Zach, DeMar, Patrick at Vucevic, magandang i-pick yan kasi I would presume that they would get a lot of minutes. Ngayon, kaya si Lonzo and DeMar, I don't think na malaki ang baba ni Lonzo. I think Lonzo is actually a winner.
Yeah.
Moving to Chicago, he's a winner. Kasi in New Orleans, ginawa siyang spot-up shooter dun eh.
Tsaka sa Chicago, they have Vucevic inside. Unlike before, wala silang inside presence or inside scoring that can open up the shooters outside. So, mas less yung chances niya. Ito, there's a player who can attract a double team and then they can kick it out to Lonzo, diba? And then pag he makes the threes lang, okay na eh.
Last year kasi he was a spot, ginawa siyang parang off the ball.
Yeah.
They had Bledsoe, they had Ingram, they were even playing through Zion, no? So, given itong Chicago lineup na to, I heard from Billy Donovan na they wanted Lonzo to be more of the facilitator. Balik sa pagka-point guard, balik sa mga ano. So, I would really believe that may potential si Lonzo to be one of the breakouts this year with Chicago. Yeah. So, that's number one. Si DeMar naman, the assist won't be there compared to the San Antonio days. Mas malalim, hindi mas malalim, mas top-heavy itong Chicago. Pero I don't foresee a big drop naman kay DeMar. So, kung ano siya last year, maybe around that range din tayo. Maybe the third round range. Early fourth, maybe late
pero
third, early fourth.
I think in drafts, he might fall a bit.
A bit.
Yeah, kasi parang feeling kong people would see this. If they don't look at the depth chart, makikita nila, isipin nila, ay, DeMar, with Zach, with Lonzo, baka malabo na yan, he won't perform. Pero if you look at the depth chart, other than the top 5, di ba? Wala talaga eh.
Wala kang asahan fantasy-wise eh. Maybe
fantasy-wise on other, baka Derrick Jones for some defense. Specialist, yes. Tony Bradley
Caruso,
for some blocks.
Caruso. Maybe Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso I would assume would get a lot of minutes off the bench. So if you're really looking to be lucky, hitting the jackpot ng mga last pick mo talaga, maybe Alex Caruso can be someone to consider. Kasi si Alex Caruso, he can hit threes. Maraming steals din yan. He started some games for the Lakers, although off the bench din siya dun sa Lakers. Pero eto kasi, I think, step up sa...
Yung worry ko kay Caruso, he is a good player, good defensive player. Ang worry ko sa kanya, yung stats fantasy-wise might not be there. Parang Tucker type of player na PJ Tucker type na magaling okay sa defense, not bad for teams, but fantasy-wise, wala kang maasahan.
Pero si Caruso ang maganda sa kanya, I think yun nga, step up yung role niya dito compared sa Lakers.
Yeah, yun lang. So, at least the minutes might be more here kasi nga walang kapalit si Lonzo.
I can easily see him at least get 1.2 steals. Tapos yung 3-pointers niya, kaya for me. Habang wala si Kobe White, maybe 2 3-pointers a game. So maybe ganun eh. So may konting naman. May
can back up both either Lonzo or Lavine.
Yeah, he will. Habang wala si Kobe White.
Kasi walang backup eh. Walang backup talaga na better. Anyone at least close to the level ni Caruso at least for him.
After that, we're talking about Kobe White. Sige, maganda rin pag-usapan si Kobe White. Last na natin pag-usapan si Kobe White. Although Alice Johnson, by the way, for me,
signing ng Bulls. Good.
Mukhang mas gusto ko si Alice Johnson than Tony Bradley or Derrick Jones Jr. Kung manghuhula lang ako sa deep leagues, sa lineup ng Bulls.
Alice Johnson played sparring leads Nets and played well. Diba? Parang
played well
when kapag ginagamit.
So last natin si Kobe White dito sa Chicago. I think I'll stay away from Kobe White. Number 1, injured. Number 2, pagbalik, we know Kobe White, what he can give you. He's basically a scorer. And now he's gonna be perfect as a sixth man. Pero sixth man, we don't know if he's gonna be efficient like maybe a Lou Williams type. Kasi hindi pa natin nakikita yun eh. Hindi pa natin nakikita na efficient si Kobe White eh. Walang steals si Kobe White. We know that already.
Walang assist.
Assist niya last year was actually not bad. Nag-improve because he was a starting point guard. Now that they have Lonzo, they have Caruso, he'll probably be the shooting guard na undersized. Mukhang ganun yung mangyayari sa kanya eh. So, kung basically scoring lang, pass na ako. Kasi, hintayin ko pag gumaling yan, hintayin ko pa bumalik.
Tapos pagbalik, wala din, no?
Hindi na. Masyadong specialist na yung Caruso.
Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Nawala yung ano.
Yan, depth charts. Ano mo tayo? Central Division tayo. So,
the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay, so Cleveland naman, very interesting to, no? Cleveland wants to build a team of forests para mga big men nila para si Sexland combo nila.
So,
diba?
So, starting five. Let's start with starting five. Of course, Garland, Sexland, sure naman, starting five.
Sexland, starting five yan.
Isaac Okoro at small forward.
Yes, I think that's a sure ball.
Sure ball ba yan? Or they
sure
might start Markkanen sa small?
Nah, I doubt it. They'll start Okoro.
Okay, so power forward, ito yung medyo malalim na spot kasi they have Markkanen, Mobley, Love, and Wade. I don't think sa tingin mo ba si Love would start? I feel Love pa rin.
No. Love won't start. Definitely, hindi mag-start. Hindi mag-start si Kevin Love.
Sabi naman yan?
Hindi pa. Pero they've been talking about buyouts na ayaw ni Kevin Love.
Actually.
Ayaw ni Kevin Love magpa-buyout. So, out tayo muna doon. No? Mukhang hindi rin siya matitrade ngayon. Baka kung matrade man yan, baka sa trade deadline. Mukhang ganon. So, if you're Cleveland, there's no way you're gonna start him over Mobley, Markkanen. You just spent a draft pick and then Markkanen naman you traded for and then you signed to a big contract. So,
Love is being paid 25-30 million.
Hindi, wala na yun eh. I mean, that's from the past past regime na yan. So, ang tanong dito, will they start Mobley with Jarrett Allen or will they start Lauri Markkanen with Jarrett Allen? Yun na yung tanong eh. Ako, I believe it's gonna be Lauri Markkanen. And they'll start Mobley off the bench first sa start na season.
Ako rin, feeling ko, if that's the case, Markkanen starts, Mobley could back up Allen rin. Kasi thin rin sila on the center spot eh. So they could do that and then si Love might come off the bench if he still plays, assuming na nandun pa rin siya.
Okay.
Of course, we know what to expect from Sexland. Dun muna tayo sa starters. From Sexland, I think pretty much
Darius,
do you think may magbabago pa ba?
Yes. Darius Garland is a sleeper this year. He's one of the, I believe, pag lumabas na yung mga yung Brewski 150 at saka yung mga sleepers na mga experts, I'm expecting to see Garland among the players there. I expect him to be pick 60s to 70s this year. And for me, that's a good pick. I would have preferred na sana hindi siya maging sikat at medyo bumaba na mga 80s or 90s, but I doubt it. Everybody's on Garland already. They know him, he's a potential breakout guy. So among the Sexland combo, between the Sexland combo, doon ako kay Garland. Yun ang ko talaga. Yun ang target ko this year.
Garland.
Garland.
Si Okoro, we know what to expect. Malamang in and out of the waiver wire. Si Okoro.
Last year, Okoro averaged 30-something minutes, 33. Sila ni Patrick Williams ang top 2 sa minutes among rookies eh. Okoro was given, minsan 36 minutes, 38 minutes ang ginagawa.
Marami siya minutes talaga.
Pero walang stats.
Wala. He became, last year, he became somewhat of a specialist. If you need steals. Yun
nga eh, pati steals nga. Very inconsistent eh.
Hindi inconsistent, yes, true.
For supposedly a defensive specialist, wala eh. Wala talaga given the minutes. So ako, among the starting five, Garland then Allen. I was asked kanina if Allen was underrated. I feel a little bit underdrafted pa si Jarrett Allen right now.
Kasi he underperformed last year with Cavs.
Cleveland, yeah.
So parang he started well with the Nets and then eventually nawala siya, nag-fade siya. So I think medyo nakalimutan na ng mga tao what Allen can do. Kaya bumabagsak siya sa draft. So, potential value pick yan later
Basta
on.
nasa 50s ka na, nasa 50 range ka na, nandyan pa si Jarrett Allen. Magandang pick yan. Magandang pick si Jarrett Allen.
Yeah.
If you need bigs.
And I think last year, he went to ganyan din siya nasa mga ganong range
Hindi. Last year, mababa si Allen I remembered him at the 70s I remember him at the 70s just before Holmes last year. Yeah. So mababa siya last year. This year, tumaas naman siya. Pero I don't think higher.
Pero 2 years ago, he was at the highest. 2 years ago, he was drafted second round third round. Pero ito sa par 2 years ago. Okay, 2 years ago mataas siya. A couple of years ago mataas tong si Jarrett Allen. Power forward.
Markkanen okay lang maybe at the last few certain builds again kasi Markkanen yung sa big man alam natin hindi mataas ang field goal nito. Basically
parang siguro a little younger Kevin Love.
Yes, pero pero si Markkanen I think may something to prove to. Last he wanted out of Chicago, he got it. He wanted a big contract, he got it. So I think there is potential dito kay Markkanen kung outside of the top 100. I can see picking him outside the top 100. Kung nandun pa siya, medyo good pick na 'yon. Mobley kung dynasty, yes. Kung hindi dynasty, if you're patient enough at mayabang ka, as I said, sabi ko naman na you feel na kaya kong tiisin yung first 3 months, 4 months niyan, ako okay lang. Sige, go ahead. Pero ako, he's going top 100. Masyadong
mataas, maaga.
Given the moves that Cleveland did,
for me, pag rookie top 100, if hindi yan, parang hindi ako comfortable drafting rookies sa top 100.
Yung Summer League pala nakita natin, he wasn't as hindi impressive. More of he wasn't the best rookie.
Yeah, he wasn't the best rookie that performed.
Impressive siya. Meron mga flashes of yung expected natin sa kanya. Pero kita mo yung katawan nga niya is not yet ready. Medyo raw pa siya. Big man nga siya, di ba? So medyo banggaan and everything. So it will take time. And the Lauri Markkanen move certainly didn't help him. So kung dynasty kayo, pwede. Pero kung hindi, maybe pump the brakes a little bit. Huwag sobrang taas.
Okay, ito, favorite natin, of course, Kevin Love.
Wag na natin pag-usapan
yan. Teka.
Kailangan ko pang i-pick yan. Kailangan ko pa i-pick yan sa isang draft natin. Ito si Kevin Love.
For those listening, may bet kami how many games Kevin Love would play last year. Nanalo ko doon sa bet na yun. So, ang bet namin, he has to pick Kevin Love this season.
I will pick Kevin Love this season. Hope ko na lang na baka i-showcase siya ng Cavs para ma-trade siya or something early in the season. Pero
sa auction mo na lang i-pick.
Mukhang ganun. Pero ako I don't see any redeeming value dito kay Kevin Love.
If he gets raided, baka doon umangat yung value niya.
Ang tanong dito is Kevin Love
out if he gets bought out.
Is Kevin Love washed? Or parang wala na. I mean, pass na talaga.
Wala na. We don't expect the Minnesota Kevin Love.
Yeah, we know that. But is he washed? As in, wala na. As in, he doesn't have it anymore. Kasi the USA team experience, di ba? He was supposedly, yun ang niya Yun ang
showcase.
Yun ang showcase niya para bumalik sa tapos it ended up very badly na public, public misunderstanding pa with Colangelo. So parang I feel na wala na talaga He wanted to really perform pero hindi na kaya ng niya So, pass na tayo kay Kevin Love.
Yeah.
And then lastly dito
may health risk.
May health risk. Yeah. And last dito si Rubio.
Ayun pala si Rubio. Si Rubio. Where does Rubio stand in all this? Last year he wasn't okay lang. There are certain stretches na okay, pero
No, last year it was a big disappointment. A super
overall,
big disappointment.
yes. May isang stretch na gumawa siya, pero overall, he was a disappointment.
Hindi, that stretch was very, very poor stretch pa rin. Pero yung relative to the rest of the season, it was okay lang.
Yeah.
But wala akong nakitang stretch na Rubio of old. And
Yeah.
this year won't be any better. Won't be any better.
Siguro ito na rin yung tanong, is he washed?
Hindi siya wash. It's more of hindi na siguro siya priority ng team. Hindi maganda kasi yung teams na napupuntahan niya eh. Like with Cleveland, we know that syempre they want to
Ito
develop
na lang,
their
feeling ko Rubio, medyo matanda na rin naman si Rubio. I think Rubio is being picked by teams or binavalue na lang si Rubio for his veteran presence.
For his veteran presence, yes, that's
parang
true.
ano na lang yan eh, mga Vince Carter in his latter years.
Hindi pa naman na ganun ka-grabe.
Hindi pa naman ginawash, pero heading towards that direction. Baka, I won't be surprised in the next few years, next year or the following year, baka ganun na siya.
Productive pa rin naman si Rubio, pero
hindi, nakakalaro pa rin naman kasi siya.
Hindi, as I said, yung problem natin with Rubio here, talaga sa totoo lang, is the minutes and the role. If he went to maybe...
Hindi, pero ito, he is the backup here.
Yes, he's the backup. He's the backup of Garland.
So, wala si Rubio as a backup.
Wala. I mean,
malabo. Yeah,
wala.
Yeah,
maybe deep leagues pwede, pero yung standard leagues malabo. And I don't even know if he can play with Garland. Although I know Garland can play off the ball, pero I don't know if Cleveland would want to do that. So, let's see the preseason games kung paano yung rotation. Kasi given itong depth chart na titingnan natin, si Osman kasi napupunta sa shooting guard eh. Kasi wala rin silang masyadong shooting guard off the bench eh.
Yeah.
So Rubio might be strictly a backup point guard. In that sense, 20 minutes, maybe around that lang, baka 20 to 22 minutes. That's not enough. That's not enough for Ricky Rubio.
Yeah. So
unless there's an injury. So bantayan lang natin.
Bantayan lang. Still should be under the radar natin.
Yeah.
All right.
You can still play naman.
Move tayo to the Detroit Pistons.
Okay. Yun. Interesting din to.
Starting five. Yeah.
Killian, Cade will definitely start. Sadiq Bey, I think that's correct. This is correct. Jerami Grant and Isaiah Stewart.
Overall,
I think this is correct. Ikaw, do you agree with the starting five?
Yeah. Think ko Olinik will start.
Over Isaiah?
Over Isaiah Stewart, yes.
Possible. That's possible.
And I won't be surprised if Corey Joseph starts.
Hindi mangyayari yan. I can bet you right now. Hindi mangyayari.
Another pick?
Pwede. It won't. Killian Hayes struggled in the summer league. He had flashes of great games, flashes of brilliance, pero overall it wasn't what we expected of Killian Hayes. Mm-hmm. But he was a pick siya ni Troy Weaver. Pick siya ng GM. And second year pa lang niya. And last year he missed a lot of games. Yeah. So they would give him all the leeway to see if he can play with Cade Cunningham. Plus, isa pa yon. Picking Cade Cunningham, they have to see how these two players will coexist. Yeah. Kung start ng season, makita nila 20-30 games in, wala. Hindi talaga pwede. You would expect Killian Hayes to be traded or benched and Cade Cunningham to start. So I would 100% be confident in saying Killian Hayes will be the starting point guard sa start ng season.
Okay, so that's the starting five. Ako, I feel like Olinik would start. I still see Killian Hayes starts, pero again, like I said, I won't be surprised if Corey Joseph starts a few games here and there. Kasi favorite to ni doing KC.
Pero looking
at
top player, Jerami or Cade Cunningham. Yan ang tanong dyan.
Oh, yan.
Ikaw, ano mo?
Feeling ko hindi na value Jerami Grant ngayon.
Yes, correct. I agree with that.
Yun na. Kasi last year, he was going at mga 7th, 8th round.
Oh.
So that's
90 siya eh. 90 siya to 100 last year. Tapos he played very well. He played very well no start ng season and he was really, really impressive. I do not see that happening again this year. I do not see that happening. Nung end of the season, medyo nawala na yung ano niya eh. Nawala na yung performance niya. Nawala na eh. Bumaba ng
so if you look at the end of the season, baka yung second half of the season, I'm not even sure if he cracks top 100.
No, he did not. He did not. He was more of the Jerami of the Denver.
Diba?
So I think that's where he really is. I mean, in the middle, siguro just because looking at this lineup sucks. I mean, wala ang hina ng lineup eh. Ang hina ng lineup.
I might trust Olynyk more than Jerami Grant.
I will pick
for the value.
Yeah, for the value, yes. But I will pick Jerami over Olynyk. But for the value, maybe Olynyk na. But the top player here, Cade Cunningham. Without a doubt, Cade Cunningham. Now, 60 plus to 70 siya ngayon sa Yahoo. I think that's about right.
Yeah.
Don't go higher than that kasi the rookie pains nandyan pa rin yan. And he will get the minutes.
The inconsistency, turnovers, the poor field goals. So even if punt field goal ka, punt turnovers, medyo mahirap rin eh.
Ingat na lang.
I think Cade would hurt not just one or two stats. Alam mo yun, parang feeling ko there are different stats na baka you might get hurt. So don't pick too early.
Negative value niya siguro, free throws might be another issue with Cade. Hindi siya ganun ka pulido sa free throw.
Yeah.
That we expect. But ang maganda na nakita natin sa Summer League, yung 3-point shooting niya, really improved from the college niya. Ang problem, as I said, he's gonna start the season slow because he's gonna have to play with Killian and they would give Killian the ball. So, yung assist niya, yung facilitating niya, medyo muted pa yan.
Yeah.
Muted pa yan sa start ng season. So,
here's the question for Detroit. So, Detroit, if you look at the depth chart ng Detroit, there have been a lot of players na last year was of really good value and contributed, diba? Here and there. Yes. Frank Jackson, nag-contribute yan towards the latter part. Saben Lee, may time. May mga spot starts and spot games na
tama.
Josh Jackson throughout the season, siguro towards the end na lang medyo nag-fade. Pero majority of the season, he was rosterable. Saddiq Bey, of course, was the starter. And then Isaiah Stewart, of course, latter part of the season was a valuable center. And Diallo maybe may potential. Ito naman, Diallo didn't perform as well last year pero has always had potential. So who among these at the start of the season would you gamble on? Of course, I think Stewart, obviously. Diba?
Stewart and Bey. Saddiq Bey and Stewart. Josh Jackson, we know that. Magka 20 points yan pero alam mo naman sobrang inefficient yan eh, yung player na yan. So he may give you 2 to 3 good stretches.
Anyone here na parang pwede yan sa 12th, 13th pick? Or last pick mo?
Kung nandyan si Isaiah Stewart, I'm okay with him.
Tingin mo ba Isaiah Stewart would land sa last pick? Malabo na yan. I think Stewart could go mga 10th round eh.
Among these players, kung nandun siya, yes, no-brainer. Saddiq Bey may be the only other player I might consider picking among these players. Outside of the two of them, wala akong interest dito. Kasi sasayangin ko lang yung pick ko. I'm sure i-drop ko rin sila. Baka before pa ng season.
Ganun yung mentality ng mga last pick eh.
I-drop mo rin. Josh Jackson, Hamido Diallo, one bad preseason, drop mo yan eh. Kasi you don't believe in them really na talagang, ito talaga sure ako, puputok to. Hindi, wala eh. Kaya only two players dyan, Isaiah and Saddiq. Kung lower yung dalawa lang na yan.
Okay, move tayo to that's Detroit Pistons depth chart. Move tayo to the Indiana Pacers.
Okay, may news tayo dito, no? TJ Warren's injury. TJ Warren na hindi pa siya ready. He's not healing properly, so that's a big bummer. And ngayon, stay away na tayo kay TJ. Okay. Tapos yung Edmond Sumner, Achilles injury yan. So out for the season yan. So out na rin yan.
So starting. Brogdon is there covered. LeVert,
Yes.
for sure. Inisip ko kung they would start O'Shea again eh.
It's between, for me, it's between O'Shea and maybe O'Shea, Lamb, and Justin Holiday maybe to start the season.
And then, of course, Sabonis and Myles Turner.
And Myles Turner,
assuming Myles Turner is ready na.
I think he's ready. Myles Turner is ready.
Okay.
Mahirap yung value ni Myles Turner, guys. Kasi people have been asking me about Myles Turner. I mean, you can...
Ito na lang Myles Turner for me. Medyo cautious ako to pick him very early kasi Myles Turner seemingly cannot end a season
healthy.
Kaya so
and
challenging eh.
And the value, Myles Turner was a first round guy if you look at the rankings. But his value was really blocks. His value was purely
elite
blocks.
Elite
Purely blocks. Tanggalin mo yung blocks. I don't even see him higher than maybe Jarrett Allen or the others. Pero elite talaga yung blocks niya 3 to 4 blocks a game eh.
Yeah.
So sobrang taas dun eh. So will I pick him then in the first round or in the second round? Hindi.
For sure hindi naman first round. I think he usually goes second to third round.
Maybe third. I could early third round okay ako. Okay ako early third round. Susugalan ko na yan kasi pag na-pick ko siya sa blocks, maybe add na lang ako later on ng isa pang blocker. Okay na eh. I can win blocks na eh for majority of the weeks eh. So that one, malaking factor yun eh. One player lang, panalo ka na eh. Yung healthy, wala tayong magagawa. I mean, feeling ko naman talaga marami.
Hindi, pero at least alam na natin, di ba? He doesn't end the season healthy. So pag medyo pumutok yan, you can trade him na to a better player, di ba? Na medyo nag-underperforms. Marami naman ganyan, especially at the start of the season, di ba? Si Myles Turner starts really, really hot every season. And
that's true.
Does not finish the season.
That's true. That's
so
true.
At least there's this trend already.
Ang question dyan, who you pick, Sabonis or Myles Turner? Kasi we want to see who's the top guy. People would argue with that. Some will get Turner because nga of the elite blocks. Some people will go with Sabonis because all around. Sabonis is all around guy, diba? Triple-double
if you're
guy.
gonna go second round, I think Sabonis will go second round eh.
Because of the elite counting stats. But yung field goal and free throw ni Sabonis for a big man, you have to be careful. You have to work around that. Ito yung caveat ko na lang. I'm going Sabonis. But if I go Sabonis, I know I have to make certain decisions with my team. I think you have to go commit on maybe the free throws kasi he really is a bad free throw shooter. So you have to commit kasi medyo volume shooter din tong Sabonis.
Yeah.
Pero a second round is okay and I think I will pick him over Myles Turner also. Dun din ako.
Move up tayo to the guards. So si Brogdon obviously would start. LeVert would start. Yeah. Okay. And question siguro more of the small forward or who has value here if we're talking about Torrey Craig pala is with them. So pwede rin small forward si Torrey Craig eh.
Pero tingin ko power forward that. Ang lalim ng lineup nila
ang babaw pala nila on the medyo shallow pala sila on the power forward in the center.
Yes, malalim sila sa small forward kasi even without TJ Warren, they have Lamb, they have LeVert, they have Duarte, the rookie that we were raving about. Then they have etong si Justin Holiday pa and O'Shea Brissett pa. So medyo malalim to eh. Tapos Malcolm Brogdon kasi may TJ McConnell ka eh. They could play them together also sometimes. So medyo malalim din yan. So if you're asking me, may susugalan ba ako dyan? Totoo lang, wala. Maybe Duarte. Kung
susugal ka na lang rin no? Kasi ito, kung susugal ka na lang rin, might go with the the one that unknown. Yung hindi mo sure. Kasi most likely si Holiday. Although si Holiday was top 70 last year.
Yan yung top 70 na kasi walang parang tahimik umutot. Parang ganun.
Parang gano'n lang. Parang silent operator pero hindi man sobrang out of kumbaga hindi ka ma-overwhelmed dun sa hindi ka matutuwa sobra pero pwede na.
Hindi yung pag pinasok mo yan sa lineup mo, hindi ka niya papatayin eh. Wala siyang 5 turnovers, wala siyang 1 out of 9, 1 out of 10. So parang hindi ka heart attack eh.
Tsaka a little more of a specialist kasi si Justin Holiday. Parang 3-and-D type of player.
pero halos minsan wala rin siya nabibigay. So
Yun,
yun
no?
ang problem.
Inconsistency.
Yung value ni Justin Holiday because of certain games lang. So kung hindi siya nasa roster mo, pinick up mo lang yan, you would really have to research and know which games he will perform. So out ako kay Justin Holiday. Out rin ako kay Lamb.
Si O'Shea played well towards the end.
Ito, I'll wait for the preseason. I'm interested to see how O'Shea is. Kasi I will not, it's a new coach. So I would not know how much Carlisle will value him. I know Carlisle likes Chris Duarte. That's why I said, kay Duarte ako. Kasi alam kong rookie, alam kong veteran rookie. Tapos fantasy friendly ang skill set. Doon na lang ako magpipick.
Oh, ito. TJ McConnell. Last year, solid. Sobrang solid. I think if you were able to pick him up, baka he could have carried your steals. Diba? Helped a lot sa field goal nyo. Assist. Diba? So, solid player. This year, do you see the same for TJ McConnell?
Not exactly the same, but close enough. He's going outside 100 pa rin sa mga drafts. So I like it. If you fail to get the premium point guards early on kasi nag-bigs ka, I think he's one of the good targets later on para makatulong sa assists mo, sa steals mo na hindi mo nakuha. So I like him as a last rounds na kind of, hindi man last round, hindi mo siya last pick value ngayon. Pero mga later part outside of the 100.
Mga 10th round value.
Nung nag-mock draft tayo actually, pinag-isipan natin to McConnell or Rubio. Nag-Rubio tayo And I will just say na mali tayo. Mali ako doon. Ako yung nag-Rubio noon Mali. Tama, dapat nag-McConnell tayo doon.
Okay.
Naalala ko yun So he should be picked higher than Ricky Rubio for one. Kung naghahanap kayo ng mga point guard sa dulo, it should be McConnell.
Okay, so that's it. So Indiana, Malcolm Brogdon and Lovert. I think we all know what to expect naman from these two. Brogdon.
Yeah. Brogdon should be the same as last year.
Yep.
Lovert should be around 80 to 90.
Yep.
Yep.
So medyo solid pa rin naman those two. I think the must own talaga dito are those four. 5. 4 out of the 5 starters plus McConnell.
McConnell, I think
the latter part of the draft, no. Pero yung within the inside 100, itong 4 na to, Brogdon, Lovert, Sabonis, and Turner.
Yep.
Sa bench, wala ka na masyadong maasahan here, even though
Duarte is still my guy.
Duarte, either we look at to the preseason, Duarte, Holiday, Brissett, to see sino yung mga or Lamb yung gagamitin dyan. But most likely, yung players na yan would be in and out of the waiver.
Yeah. Even if sige, start mo na sa next team. Tapos lang, may sabihin na ako sa kanila. Even if you see Lamb or Holiday as a starter, don't go chasing. Pero if Duarte or O'Shea ang starter, yun ang dalawang pwede nyong i-chase. Kasi fantasy friendly talaga yung skill set ng dalawa.
Yeah. Okay. So last for the Central Division, the newly crowned champion Milwaukee Bucks. Starters. Ito, interesting to. Well, the usual, I think,
starters
medyo clear except for the shooting guard. Hindi ko alam if Dante DiVincenzo would be ready, pero I doubt he'd be ready for the start of the season. Feeling ko, he might not be there yet.
So, Grayson Allen siguro yung starter that, I think.
Yeah, malamang Grayson Allen would start. Medyo similar game Similar style.
Yeah. Correct.
So, and he was productive sa Memphis din. So, I think Grayson Allen would start. Any intriguing players here?
Actually, this is parang naging San Antonio na to Sabagay, yung coach nila galing
Hindi naman.
Hindi, very clear cut ang Milwaukee. And I don't think malaking pagbabago from last year.
Yeah.
The top 3, Drew, Chris, Middleton, and Giannis, I think where they were last year, they should be able to do that again this year.
Ito na yung question. Given that they extended playoffs, postseason sila, Drew and Middleton even played with the Olympic team. Do you think mag-scale back sila on the playing time ng mga players ito?
I think they will. I think they will, especially start ng season. I think they will, especially with Jrue and Middleton, as you said. They're good enough. They're good enough to play them lesser minutes and still win. So you have to be careful with that. Pero stud tong
Pero
dalawa.
ito kasi, ang ano naman, something to also remember with the Bucks. They have a lot of blowout games.
Yeah. That's true.
They can manage, magaling rin mag-manage ng minutes si Bud magaling na ngayon no? Dati parang
si Bud naman talaga, known nga yan na parang ayaw nga niyang ibabad.
Yeah. Hindi niya binababad yung mga starters niya. And the Bucks start off really fast Like, sa start pa lang tatambakan na nila most of their So
That's correct. Medyo durable naman si Jrue at si Middleton.
Kaya naman tayo sa durable
Hindi, medyo durable naman 'tong dalawa. So
okay, si Middleton has always been underrated sa fantasy.
Before, yeah. I think this year hindi na. I think since last year and since he's been picked correctly naman Nasa 25 to 35. Nandun siya lagi.
Yeah.
You won't see him earlier than that. And I think this year nakikita ko sa mock drafts ganun pa rin. So, yun nga, same old Chris Middleton. Si Jrue Holiday pa nga ang mas underrated, I think. Until now.
And last year, he was underrated in terms of draft position.
Oo.
Kasi 2 years ago, he was a
first rounder.
First round, second
first rounder
which disappointed a lot of managers.
Yes.
Diba?
First rounder siya.
So medyo nadala na sila, kaya I feel na kaya bumagsak siya in terms of draft position. Pero ito, Giannis, let's talk about Giannis for a bit. Giannis been going top 5.
Yeah.
Worthy of top 5?
Yes. Head-to-head tayo We're talking about head-to-head. Grotto, alam na natin yan. You should not be picked in the top 5. Pero head-to-head,
should he be picked? Ito rin, Luka or Giannis?
Giannis ako. Giannis in the sense na head-to-head tayo, medyo hindi ka na, if you're not gonna punt free throw when you pick Giannis tapos magrereklamo, that's your fault. I mean, if you pick Shaq before
if ini-expect mo yung last game niya, yun lang yung naalala mong free throw percent.
Hindi, parang Shaq yan Naalala ko pa yung Shaq time na parang, pipick mo si Shaq tapos sabihin nila, hindi mo na mag-free throw di mag-punt free throw ka nga kasi sobrang elite naman talaga. If alisin mo yung punt free throw, Giannis is maybe, I know last year finished second. Punt free throw builder, maybe even close to number 1 So, kung bumaba siya ng 5, 6, or 7, I'll pick him. Given na uncertainty this year, kila Anthony Davis, kila Kevin Durant, kila ganyan, I'll pick him over those guys.
Yeah.
So yun lang yung akin.
And off the bench, siguro si Bobby Portis would still have some value, especially
same as last year. Yes.
Yeah, same as last year.
Wala na nakikitang ibang player na even Grayson Allen na pasok ko dyan. Pasok ko Grayson Allen. Kahit mag-start pa yan. Injured I want to know more kung anong status niya before I commit a draft pick.
Your last pick, Dante, pwede.
Pwede, I guess. I would hope for less boring last pick than Dante, but I guess if he's healthy, go.
Okay. So, yeah, that's so yun. Teka, stop natin to. Alright, so that's it for the Central Division. Medyo mahaba-habang discussion, pero maganda rin yung mga napag-usapan, of course. Kita from the depth chart. Who have good fantasy value and sino yung mga like I said kanina, Chicago, if you think about it, parang feeling mo babagsak yung fantasy value nila pero pag nakita mo yung bench pala, walang laman yung bench.
Oo.
There's no one, there's a bench you can rely on fantasy-wise. And even real basketball sense, walang player other than Caruso and Kobe White. And then the rest, wala ka na maasahan. So still, that would impact yung value pa rin ng mga players like DeRozan na feeling natin, ay, bababa value niyan, di ba? Hindi mo masabi.
Hindi.
If you look at the depth chart. Yeah, very nice to look into the depth chart before you start drafting these players. Alright, so next episode, we'll talk about the Northwest Division. But for now, This ends the Central Division, and we'll see you again in the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.